Update. Yesterday I called Premier Legault's office. I got the answer machine again. Right now, I want answers. And I will be calling the police department today to get answers. Is there an investigation? What are you doing? Let's do the DNA testing. We all know what happened. But if you close your eyes and pretend it doesn't exist, it's only an illusion. You need to know the truth of what's going on. Stop human trafficking. There are women that donate ovum. There are women that complete their family after doing IVF and have extra embryos that put it up for adoption. They choose the couple, like an open adoption. Do it the right way. You don't have to go to a doctor who's a criminal who are selling embryos, because clinics cannot sell embryos. It is against the law. It is human trafficking. These people are going to be prosecuted. See, investigations happen. Those children that you bought as embryos do not belong to you. You do not have parental separation from the parent. You cannot do that. You see, embryos are property under the law, and the law needs to change. Because once it's transferred, it grows into a human being. Human trafficking of cells, embryos. The law needs to change. There needs to be a database for donor children to protect the public safety. There is, if you're doing IVF and you have a fraudulent doctor, they can sell your embryos to line their pockets, to put more money into the clinic, and everything comes down to dollars. And right now, we need to stop it. We need law. And because I know it happened to me. 8 embryos. I got 2. That woman got 6. I paid for 2 fake transfers. That's why I'm telling everybody, you need to see your embryo. You need to have a witness. You need to videotape your transfers. There's a little device. It's like a little square box, and you can get it on Amazon. You clip it on. It could be a teddy bear, a little pin that you put on, and it videotapes everything. And see, I'm looking into it right now. I'm going to be getting it. And you can have everything videotaped. And you need to know. Because in IVF, it's supposed to be trust. You trust your doctor, you trust your clinic. To transfer, to do the right thing. To actually transfer that embryo into your uterus and for you to get pregnant. But what happens if the doctor is selling your embryos and doing fake transfers? Right now, I paid for 2 transfers with no embryos. This nurse in this clinic here in Montreal, Bonnie, ran out of the room with my embryo. She's an IVF nurse. The doctor stole embryos from me and sold them to that couple. See, I met that woman by mistake because he was stupid enough to have our cycles on the same time and give us the same appointment. See, he got in over his head. And right now, I want DNA testing. I pulled it out of the court, but I am going to be returning it to the court because this needs to come out. I want a court order to get DNA testing. And this is the question, because we all have privacy. Where does privacy stop when a crime is committed? That's where your privacy ends, when a felony is committed. When a doctor commits a felony, even though you think you're doing the right thing and you know that it's a little shady, you involve yourself. When you did your first transfer, that's where your privacy ended. Right now, DNA needs to be done. And like I said, you have recourse against the doctor. And what you did to me, I have recourse against you. See, everybody has to be put right. Everybody. And right now, going through the amount of pain that I went through, and you knowing you were doing wrong, I don't feel sorry for. You have my child. And all the other children that could have been born. You have 6 out of my 8 embryos. $64,000 cycle. You're a thief. Like all thieves, you need to be punished. And look at my son. And look in his eyes. And you're going to have to tell him the truth. So you know what? You're not his mother. You were never meant to be his mother. I created him. I was very meticulous about what the donors that I used. And my daughter is a half-sibling because of you and what you did to me. So I will never forgive you. Never. And let me tell you, God has a long arm. And God won't forgive you. My child will know the truth. And you will not be raising my child anymore. I don't care how old he is. He has a right to be with his siblings. And not to grow up lonely and alone. With no brothers, no sisters. So, you know what? You better fix things. Make it right. Because you're causing him pain. He will never forgive you. So, you know what? I know what type of children I have. My kids are very stubborn. Very opinionated. And it takes them a long time to get over things. Especially my son Zane, which is full genetic sibling. So you know what? He carries that in him. That's called DNA. So right now, when he finds out the truth, what happened to him, he will hate you. You will lose him. The older he is, the more the understanding. That's why it's better to do things when they're young. To get the truth out, to get them to understand. And then it will be less pain for everybody. But you did this. Now put it right. Neil, you have to make things right. You and your wife operate this clinic. And you went into this business to create families for people, not to steal their children. You need to make this right. You have 5 kids, you know, and you're stealing children from your clients and selling them. What kind of man are you? Just because I got pregnant with Olivia doesn't make it right. And I know you did it to me again. DNA don't lie, my friend. So let me tell you. Even if you stole the ovum, DNA will match up. So let me tell you. Your time is clicking. Make it right. You have a lot of things that you have to. You know, you're gonna go to a nice hot place. You have to start making amends before that day. And maybe there can be some kind of forgiveness. Because God will punish you. And let me tell you, you don't want to spend eternity in hell. you will be tortured for eternity. And if you don't believe in God, then you go to limbo. Either way, you're tortured. So you know what? It's up to you on where you want to go. So you know what? Make things right. Forgiveness takes time. Like everything, time is a healer. Forgiveness will come within time. But you need to make things right. You need to make things right up to my children. Livia! Come here, Tata. Come here. What are you doing? Okay, come. Like Zane. He loves... Okay, come on, guys. Say hi. Mommy. Okay, sit down, Zane. Okay, come on, guys. Come on. Okay, you sit here. Okay, here. You sit here. Come here. Okay, come on. Everybody together. Everybody together. Zane, don't be selfish. Okay, everybody share. Everybody say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And say best wishes to everybody.
Best wishes, everybody.
Including Neil. Say, bring my brother home.
Bring my brother home.
Okay, come on. Okay. Guys, be good. Okay.
Guys, behave.
Okay, Zane. Okay, give your sister a turn. Okay, here. Okay, Zane. See? Come here, buddy. Okay. See, this is life with Zane. Zane doesn't like sharing.
Mommy.
So,